Hi, and welcome to this quick how to help video on expanding brackets. It's the first in a series that are addressing brackets in expressions. This is single brackets. Each one of those questions that we can see on the screen, we're going to go through as part of this video. All right, so let's take a look at this first one. We've got 3, and then the x plus 4 is in the bracket. What we're actually looking at here is the 3 squashed to the bracket, and anything squashed in algebra should be making us think of times. So what this is actually saying to me is that I've got 3 lots of this bracket, of everything in this bracket. That looks like this. I've got 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots. In total, I've got 1, 2, 3 x's. And in total, as far as the numbers go, I've got 4 plus another 4, which is 8, plus another 4, which is 12. And that is the expanded version. And it's a nice way of doing it because it kind of shows clearly what's happening. But imagine if I had 13 next to the bracket. I really don't want to be writing that out 13 times. So we kind of scrap that as a method. It's great for showing what's going on, but we want something a little bit easier to manage when the numbers are getting a little bit bigger. So the way that we would do this question is we would take that 3 and we would say, right, I've got 3 lots of, or 3 times x. 3 times x is 3x, okay? 3 times x. We don't show the times sign, it gets squashed together, okay? I'm then going to do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and it's a positive 12. And that sign here is really, really important. Sometimes I see these written without the sign, and that could cost you a mark in your exam. So getting that sign right is really important. Okay, so that's the first one done. Let's get bigger rubber. There we go. Okay, we're going on to this one now, which is 5 squashed to 2x minus 8. That tells me I've got to do 5 lots of the 2x and 5 lots of the negative 8. Okay, 5 times 2x. There's a little bit more going on than there was with the previous question. I can see some number work, 5 times 2, which is going to give me 10. And then that x is in there staying squashed to the result. So we've got 10x. 5 times minus 8. 5 eighths are 40. I've got 1 negative in the question. So I'm going to have 1 in the answer. And I've got minus 40. Now, technically with single brackets, I don't need to be thinking that much about the sign. It tends to just drop down, unless of course I've got a sign in the front, which actually I'm going to do because it would be useful to see that. Unusual to see in an exam. Let's say we've got minus 5 2x minus 8 this time. Okay, when I do this first step, I've got to be really mindful that I'm doing minus 5 times 2x. Well, minus 5 times 2 is minus 10. And then I've got the x squashed in. So I've got minus 10x. And then here I've got minus 5 on the outside, multiplying to minus 8 on the inside. And here I can do my numbers, 5 times 8, which is 40. And then I've got 2 negatives in the question. 2 negatives in the question make it positive. So I would be putting in a plus sign and 40. Okay, on to the next question, which I'm going to highlight as we go. So anybody wanting to skip through and look at something in particular, it will make it easier to do that. So I've got 4x and then 2x minus 2 in the bracket. You'll notice that I'm kind of writing out to the side the sum, the maths that I have to do. And I'm doing that because visually I can see everything and I'm less likely to go wrong. I can clearly see 4 times 8. And 4 times 8, of course, sorry, 4 times 8. I'm going straight to the answer. 4 times 2, and 4 times 2 is 8. But I can also really clearly see I've got an x and another one here. X times x is x squared. So I've got one on the outside, one on the inside, and they come together to create the power 8 and then x squared. Okay. And this is actually where people go wrong more often than not. A lot of people remember this, and that isn't the problem. But what a lot of people do at this stage is they do 4 times minus 2, which is minus 8. And that's a mistake, because the question that we have got is 4x times minus 2. I can see the minus 8, but I can also see that x that's on the outside of the bracket. So the x would get joined in. So that's something to be really careful of, because like I say, that's quite common to go wrong. Okay, the next question that we are looking at is this one here. So we've got 2x, 7 minus 3x. Now, this is just an example of how we need to just trust in our method. We are taught methods for a reason, because they work. So when the questions are starting to change a little bit, we must have faith, okay? So I'm not going to change anything. That's the first maths I have to do. That maths is 2x times 7. 2 7s are 14, and I've got that x squashed in. So I've got 14x. And then I've got, and this is where I need to be careful, 2x times minus 3x. Right, everything down so it's really easy to see. I've got 2 times minus 3, which is minus 6. And then I've got x times x, which is x squared. And I'm literally taking that answer and putting it on the end of that expression there. So it's 14x minus 6x squared. Okay, so really that is just about, don't let something that looks a little bit different put you off. And that's exactly why this one's here as well. There's no numbers whatsoever in this question, but the method doesn't change. It's still P times Q. P times Q just squashes to make, PQ. And P times R just squashes to make PR. And that's pretty much it, okay? Be aware of that negative if it suddenly appears like we saw. And yeah, the next video in the series is adding or subtracting 2 brackets. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for taking the time to watch it.